Still in section 9.4, the second part of this, we are going to look at example 3, and I have put the formula right above the example just as a reminder of what the formula is. Our problem says Mitch and Kirsten are purchasing a house for $359,000. Think about that for a second. That's a nice house, especially in central Indiana. That's going to be a nice house. It is certainly not a mansion. They are going to make a 20% down payment and finance the rest at 3.9% compounded monthly. The term of their loan is 30 years. Find the monthly payment they will make and the total they will have paid at the end of the mortgage. Before we get started on actually using the formula, let's figure out how much the down payment will need to be. To find the down payment, we are going to take the price of the house times the percentage that we are paying. So we will take $359,000 times 0.2, which is $71,800. That's how much they will have to have in cash to give to the bank before they take out this loan. Now that we know that, let's find what the loan amount will be. And remember that the loan amount is P in our formula. We are going to take the price of the house, $359,000. We're going to subtract what we're giving them in cash. And that will come out to be $287,200. So that's how much our loan is going to be for. And remember, that's our P in the formula. R over N. Our annual rate is 0.039. We are making monthly payments, so R over N comes out to be 0.00325. And T is 12 times a year for 30 years. So we will make a total of 360 payments if we keep this mortgage for the entire 30 years. Now we're going to put everything into the formula. Payment equals. Make sure you use P, the loan amount. Don't go back to the price of the house. So we're going to have $287,200. We're going to take that times the R over N, which we said is 0.00325. In our denominator, we're going to have 1 minus 1 plus R over N gives us 1.00325. NT is negative 360. Close your brackets. Put that all into your calculator and you will get $1,354.63. That's how much it takes just to pay back what you borrowed from the bank to buy this house. You have to send them $1,354.63 every month. What you may not know, because most of you probably haven't purchased a house yet, is that when you own a house, you must also pay homeowners insurance and property taxes. You cannot get a loan for a house if you don't have homeowners insurance. And of course, the government's going to tax you every way they can. What many banks will do is take the homeowners insurance and the property taxes, find those amounts, divide them by 12, and add that to this monthly payment. So you could easily be paying $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 a month if you include the cost of the house and the property taxes and insurance when you send it to the bank. What the bank does is collect the property taxes and insurance for you. They set it in an account called an escrow account, And then when those items are due to be paid, the bill goes to the bank and the bank pays the bill. And then they usually send you a notice that they have paid that. There was a second question at the end that says, find the total they will have paid at the end of their mortgage. So I want you to think about something. The total they will have paid. This is just on the mortgage. They were sending $1,354.63. 12 times a year for 30 years. If you multiply that out, you get $487,666.80. So if you stay in this house and make those monthly payments for all 30 years, you will send that bank $487,666.80. That's the total that you pay back. I want you to think about, how much did we borrow? Remember, the borrowed amount was the $287,200. So what's all that extra money that's in the $487,666? That's all interest. This is not part of the question, but just to show you the interest paid is how much they sent the bank, the 487 figure, minus what they borrowed in the first place, which comes out to be $200,466.80. That's pure interest charges that the bank is making from this one loan. Now you can see why banks are in business, and just think about the hundreds of loans they have and how much they're making on each one of those. What if you know how much you can afford to spend each month on your car payment or your house payment? And so you want to use that number to figure out how much you can afford to actually borrow. We take the formula we were just using to find payment, do algebra on it, and solve it for P. After doing all the algebra and solving for P, we would have payment times the quantity of 1 minus 1 plus r over n to the negative nt. Notice this moved to the numerator now, over r over n. Example 4 is a situation in which you would use this new formula. Jordan and Jamie are getting ready to purchase a house. They have saved $15,000 for a down payment and feel they can afford a monthly payment of $1,000. They have been approved for a 15-year mortgage at 2.94% compounded monthly. What price home can they afford to purchase? First of all, take note that their monthly payment, the PMT, is $1,000. R over N, our rate is 0.0294 divided by 12, which comes out to be 0.00245. NT, 12 times a year. This time it's only 15 years, so NT equals 180. Let's put everything into position in our formula then. So now we're going to have P. Remember, this will be the loan amount once we find it. Equals 1,000. Now, in our fraction, the numerator will be 1 minus 1.00245 to the negative 180. Close your brackets. All that goes over 0.00245. Calculator wise, you're going to put in the 1,000, hit your times, open your bracket or do the parentheses on the calculator, put in the whole numerator, 1 minus 1.00245 to the negative 180. Close your parentheses on your calculator, hit divided by 0.00245. In doing all that, you should wind up with a P of $145,412.32. This is the amount that the loan would be. What we have to think about, though, is that they've also saved a down payment. So if we add the down payment to the loan amount, the total price for the house is the loan amount, 145, 412, 32, plus what they have saved as a down payment, 15,000. So total would be $160,412.32. In today's market, depending on where you are, you're not going to find very many houses for that price.